is rivaling the information that I have because I have that information on my website. Hello, everyone. This is Kerwin, and welcome to the very first episode of AI Travel Pulse podcast. So, AI Travel Pulse is a newsletter I started a few months ago, and the whole purpose of the AI Travel Pulse is to tell you what's going on with companies within the travel industry in terms of AI. And so, what this podcast is going to do is the newsletter supports all that information, and make sure you subscribe. It's aitravelpulse.passweather.beehive.com, and I'll put a link up there for you can go to it, and I'll leave some link in the show notes as well. So, what I wanted to do is look at travel tools that are out there, AI travel tools, and just go through them, you know, play with them, see what they do, and so we can help you to get through because there's a lot of tools. The first tool, we'll jump right into it, is called GuideGeek. And GuideGeek was created by a company called Matador Networks. And what Matador does is they give you travel information. So they get these content writers and places will invite them to press trips. They travel content writers will go out and write stories on different places and set up a whole network of travel stories. And they created a tool called GuideGeek. Now we're going to step through GuideGeek, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to guidegeek.com and show you what it does. So when first came out, it was only on WhatsApp, but now you can actually do it on Instagram and you can do it on the Facebook Messenger. But I'm going to show you the application on. Now, I've actually used this a few times. I found it was useful. I was in Sydney, I think it was, and I asked some Sydney information. It was able to give me that, which is good. But I want to go through a live thing for you. So now what you can do is they have QR codes, so you can always use your phone and scan the QR codes, and it'll take you to the different applications and the different places. And it tells you what GuideGeek can do. And like I said, it's quite powerful. They're just giving you some examples of people who've used it and made video for them. And again, they want you to sign up. The whole key of this page is to get you to sign up to Guide. Okay, so once you've gotten into the WhatsApp app, this is what you'll see for GuideGeek. Um, I have used it before, so it had collected all the other stuff that I'd done. Last time I used it was June 23rd, 2024. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do with GuideGeek the first time around. We're gonna ask it. I like to ask it about things that I know, because then this way I can tell you if it's telling me the right things or not. So what I'm gonna say is I'm in London, uh, Heathrow Airport, and I'd like to get into central London. Can you tell me the difference? So once I do my request, tell it I'm in London, it comes back and it says, certainly, there are several ways to get to London, Heathrow, from London Heathrow to central London. So it tells me the Heathrow Express, which is correct, approximately 15 minutes to Paddington. There's the fastest option, and train departs every 15 minutes. I can take the tube, which is the Piccadilly line, and yep, that's correct. National Express coach, which will take me 40 to 90 minutes, and coaches run to Victoria Station and other locations. And so what I'm going to do, taxi or ride sharing, good. Approximately 45 this is probably the most expensive option you could ever think of. And it tells you where to find a taxi. And there's also Heathrow Connect. Let's see what Read More does. Time approximately 30 minutes to Paddington Station. Details as slower and cheaper alternatives to the Heathrow Express. That's true. Private car service, and it tells me about those. So all the information it's given me so far is actually correct because like I said, I've done this before and I know that this is correct information. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go a little further and say, can you tell me prices? And let's see. It's thinking and it's going to give me back some prices. Okay, sure. Here are some approximate prices for each. Heathrow Express, 25 to 37 pounds. London Underground, Tube, price approximately £5 50 for a single journey using an Oyster card. I guess that's about right. The coach is 6 to 10. Taxi or ride sharing is expensive, as you can see. And so this really gives you a good idea of what the pricing is. Now, for me, I usually just take the London Underground, and that one, and I just use my Oyster card and I tap my Oyster card. So I'm gonna say now, where can I get an Oyster card? And let's see what it comes back and say to me. Okay, you can purchase an Oyster card at several locations within Heathrow Airport. Tube station, you can buy an Oyster card at the ticket machine or the ticket office in any of the Heathrow tube station. You can't really get an Oyster card at the machine. You actually have to go to a person. Heathrow Express station, Oyster card also available at Heathrow Express ticket machines. Yeah, unless they've done that new, you normally have to go to a person to get the Oyster card itself. Now you can tap, once you get the card, you can top it up at the machines, but you have to get the Oyster card from an actual person, as far as I know. Online, you can order an Oyster card online before your trip and have it delivered to you. Good. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to uh and I don't think I am sharing. Let's do, I don't think I'm sharing all my screens with you. Because what I was going to do was to go and check transport for London, and we can verify if this information is correct or not. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop sharing for a bit, and then I'm going to reshare. And so, but now when I reshare, I'm going to share my entire desktop. And then what this allows me to do is to go over to TFL, which is Transport for London, tfl.gov, I think it is. Maybe tfl.uk.gov, uk.gov. Maybe not. Okay, let's just do Transport for London. Okay, that should have worked, but I guess it didn't. We'll accept all the cookies. And now what we're going to do is we're going to ask, because what are we going to check? We're going to check the fares, right? Okay, let's see. This little thing is in my way. You can't see this little thing, but it's in my way. So what we're going to do is we're going to go fares, and we're going to check single fare finder. We're going to go from Heathrow. Now we can do terminals 2 and 3 to Central London. And since it's giving us a bunch of different things, let's go back and find out. It said I could go prices. That's 1020 for the Connect. Okay, underground. It says about approximately 550 for a single journey. So it has suggested back up here that we can go to Covent Garden. So let's choose Covent Garden because that's in the center of the city. So we'll choose Covent Gardens, and let's say single fare for an adult, and let's see how much it comes up to. £7. 580. Hmm. So it's about it said it was what, 520, and here it's coming back and it's saying it's £7. So now here's one of the things with the tube. Um Anytime is 580 at any time, £7 at any time. I don't understand what that means. When you pay as you go, you may touch your card on the yellow card reader. Okay. So even the thing side, because let's see. So if I do, I just want to see if that fare at the bottom actually is changed. No, so it's not giving me the right information. Cobent. Which one of these? And that's the right fare. Hmm. It's always weird whenever you use this website. Okay, so let me pick a different location. Let's say I want to go from Piccadilly Circus. I see the fare changes. It does. So the thing is working. It's just weird how it gives you the fares. Okay, so I'm gonna go back again. What I was looking for something like this where it says peak and off peak. However, let's try it again. So if we want to do Heathrow, let's do Terminal 4 to say Kew Gardens because that's also in the city. See, now it's giving us saying really the fare? Huh. Okay. Let's do Piccadilly Station. Piccadilly Circus, which is basically the center of London. Okay. So if I were to interpret this properly, it really says £5 80 anytime, and it says £7 at any time. I don't understand what that means. But typically what usually happens with the underground, it's saying so it'll cost you anywhere between £5 80 and £7. Sorry, there's a little confusion, but it's not giving me the information that I expected it to give me. And over here, these guys were saying that it cost anywhere between 5 and 6, well, it was in approximately 550. So it's a little off. The amount isn't exactly right, but the Heathrow Express, I think, would be correct. So let's go to Heathrow Express and let's see. I think it's probably heathrowexpress.com. See Heathrow Express to London. So we're going one way from Heathrow to Paddington. And let's see how much the tickets are. £25. And here, I think they had mentioned that it was 25 to 30 to £37 for its single ticket. Depends on the time on the class. Because I think if you go business class, it's £32. So it's just giving you an idea. So that's not too bad. The other one was a Heathrow Connect. Let's see what it says. Heathrow Connect train. We don't want that one. We want the actual Heathrow Connect. Okay, we'll accept those. So I'm really trying to get from Heathrow Airport, any station. And we want to go one way to London Paddington. London Paddington. And I'll probably just let's do tomorrow because it's already too late in the UK. They're 6 hours ahead. And they're saying 1898. And what did this say? Express Underground Connect. Um, around £10. So the information that's in here is not updated all the way. Because here is showing me it would cost me 1898 to go on the Heathrow Connect. Now I'll tell you, the Heathrow Connect used to be a lot cheaper. Um, and the typical fare at, let me get rid of that. At Heathrow Airport to London Paddington tomorrow at 3:45 is $18. So if we change the time, say, let's say we did in the morning. So you just got in. Let's see, is that peak or not peak? Let's do a new search. Same price, £18. Uh, so the GuideGeek information is not exactly correct when it comes to that. Okay, well, let's go ask it. Things to do in London then. In Central, let's say, give me 5 things to do for free. See what comes back. It's thinking, it's thinking. Okay. So it says, explore central London on a budget. Here are a few fantastic free things to do. Visit the British Museum. Yep, that's free. Stroll through Hyde Park. Yep, that's free. Explore the National Gallery. Yep. Walk along South Bank. Yep. Visit the Changing of the Guards. So, and those are all genuinely free things that you can do in London. So it's in the it'll give you some things correct, but it won't give you everything that's correct. Now, I had gone to Sydney and it did something similar. It didn't give me the full correct information. So I'd say if you're gonna use GuideGeek, just verify the information that's there, just based on the little that we did up London, everything is not there. Now that doesn't mean that it was correct when it tells me of things to do. Um, let's say, can you recommend um, a play to watch and where should I go? Let's see if that's gonna come back and say. Thinking, thinking. Okay, so it's telling me that, I could go watch the West End. That's correct. That is where the most of the plays are. Phantom of the Opera and Her Majesty's Theatre is the nearest tube station is Piccadilly, which is true. And if you're interested in something more contemporary, you can watch A Book of Mormon at Prince Wales Theatre. It's hilarious and critically acclaimed. Do you have a particular genre type that you're interested in? So let's now go see where is a Phantom of the Opera showing in London. Let's see. Let's see. So it said was a Majestic, right? Up, His Majesty's Theatre is where it's being shown, and it's in London Haymarket. So it did get that correct. Um, it's been showing the second longest running play since 1986. Oh my goodness. Um, okay, so it did get that one correct. And we can go check. Well, let me see if it'll tell me ticket prices. What are the ticket prices for the PHA and TRM? Okay, it's gonna should come back and give me something. But what this is demonstrating to you is that there are applications out there, and GuideGeek is one of them, that will give you information about places that you want to go, that you want to go check out, and it's all AI powered and it's in the palm of your hand. So as a traveler, recognize that this information is out there, but just verify it's correct. As a travel content creator, you need to realize that this information is competing against you, and you can't just say, well, people are going to come to my website to get my information, because there are other ways to get the same information that you're providing. Okay, so the find time order operate by prices. Okay, so let's go to their website. Naturally, you would end up going to the website anyway. If you need tickets, see get tickets. Okay, so it's giving you an idea of prices. So it looks like tickets go anywhere between 40, 32, and $60. Stalls and dress circles are the expensive ones. Upper circle and balcony area from 25 to 70. So it's giving you an idea. Because and then you can just come to, if I want to go tonight at 7:30, which I would have missed that performance. But let's say I went, oh, the 6th at 7:30, it's 60 pounds, right? Each. And the range that it gave me on this was 25 to 70. So I guess that's not too bad. Um, uh, so you get the idea, right? This is a tool that's out there that you can use, and I've used it several times, like I said. Let's try New York. Well, yes, let's try New York. How about New York? How do I get from Newark Airport to Times Square? And let's see what's going to come back with. Approximately 60 to 90 minutes is an airport shuttle. Let's go back up a little. So New Jersey Transit train. Now, uh, this is, yeah, just about right. So basically, to get from Newark Airport, you have to get on the air train. Air train will take you to the New Jersey the Newark Airport station, where you can take New Jersey Transit or you can take Amtrak into the city. Amtrak is going to cost more, but the New Jersey Transit train is, I think it's $15 now. This price is always going up. And so this information is just about right. So take the air train from Newark Airport to Newark Liberty International Airport Station. From there, catch the NJ Transit train or to New York Penn Station, and then Times Square is a short walk or subway ride from Penn Station. You can take an airport shuttle, and that'll cost you $20 to $30. And of course, those things are going to change. And you can take a taxi or ride share an option, which is true. But what it did forget to tell you is you can take Amtrak, and Amtrak is not listed in here. It's a little more expensive to take Amtrak. So I'm going to say, can I take Amtrak and see what it comes back and say to me? Okay, it's waiting, waiting, waiting. All right, so Amtrak options. Yes, you can take Amtrak from Newark Airport to New York City, but it's a bit of a roundabout way. Step one, air train to Newark Airport Station. Step two, catch Amtrak to Penn Station. Train ride itself is about 20 minutes, but including the air train waiting time, it takes around 45 to 60 minutes. Amtrak tickets can be more expensive, which is true, often ranging from $30 to $60, depending on the time and the class of service. While Amtrak is a comfortable option, it's generally more cost-effective to use NJ Transit, which is true. Are you leaning towards taking the train or considering other options? So it's just going through different options for you. So let's go to Amtrak. And we're gonna go from Newark, Newark Liberty to NEW New York Penn Station. Okay, and let's say we're leaving tomorrow, but we're just going one way and find trains. Okay, so we're looking at interesting. This is the Northeast Regional is $15. Now these fares didn't used to be this cheap. But as you can see, the fare changes as the day progresses. 15, 21, 54, there's even 12. That's cool. I didn't realize there was a $12 train. I'm gonna have to take that next time. But it all depends on the time you get there, right? So there's a 150, a 213, $15, $12, $15, $21. So it just depends on whatever time you're there and the availability. So all in all, I'd say that GuideGeek is not a bad option. It certainly doesn't get everything right, and it's just something that you have to. So when you try these tools, always bear in mind it's never going to be completely correct. I'm just going to stop sharing for now. So it's never going to be completely correct. However, though, for the New York example that I just gave and the London example, it's pretty good. I mean, it didn't give you the exact pricing, but the travel option that it gave you were pretty correct. Now, in terms of pricing, you always have to go check the prices when you go to buy the ticket and the times and things like that. But just it telling you that you have all these different options to get into the city is rivaling the information that I have because I have that information on my website. And I didn't show up in the searches whenever you do, to get from the airport to the city for London. But my subscribers know they can come to my website, but they can also go to GuideGeek. And so, and what GuideGeek is doing is in the back end is capturing all this information. And so it's using that to learn. And so bear that in mind. GuideGeek is one of the tools that are out there. We're going to be going through a lot of tools during this podcast on AI travel tools. Um, in the AI Travel Pulse podcast. This is the first episode, so I'm babbling a little bit. But stay tuned for the next one. I'm not sure what's going to be next, but actually, I know what's going to be next. I have a website called 10in24.com, 10in24 .com, and this tells you about 10 things you can do in 24 hours in any city worldwide. And we'll be testing that one next. So this is Kerwin with PassRide.com, CruiseNotJews.com, and AI Travel Pulse Podcast. See you guys in the next episode. Oh, and by the way, remember to like, follow, subscribe, and share. This is a brand new podcast, and so I'd love if you guys would share it and let everyone know. Thank you very much. And of course, if you find a tool that you would like me to review, let me know, and I'll take a look at it. This is Kerwin. Talk to you soon. Have a great trip.